Hello, my name is John Russell, and welcome along to the Byte Summit. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about building intelligent chatbots with Microsoft Power Agents. Um, a little bit about me. My name is John Russell. I'm a Quantic Power Platform consultant. I've got 20 years industry experience, notably in application support, HR, and payroll applications. I have acquired a level 3 distinction qualification as a customer service specialist. I've worked in many companies across construction, digital video, and media, and I'm really passionate about the Power Platform, notably Power Automate and Power Virtual Agents, as well as mental health and the well-being of community. I've also got some qualifications in the Power Platform, and they're kind of just there for you to look at. The agenda for this session, we're going to have a high-level overview look at Power Virtual Agents, look at its key components, look at the benefits and practical uses for Power Virtual Agents, and then we'll wrap up and have some questions. So um, a high-level overview then, really, we're going to look at why are we talking about bots now, a bit of an understanding about Power Virtual Agents, look at some chatbot statistics and the important differences between Power Virtual Agents for web versus Power Virtual Agents for Teams. So why are we talking about bots now, really? I think there's four key components in this. Advances in artificial intelligence and natural language understanding. There's nothing new to learn, and it's a new channel, but customers already use it. You know, it's very much self-service, and also there's a quicker development, lower cost of implementation. So let's just kind of look at those as individual points. So there haven't really been a way to do chatbots properly for quite a long time because basically the technology wasn't there, but there have been quite a lot of advances in artificial intelligence and natural language understanding. So it's been possible to create bots, create high quality bots, and the interest is really high now. There's also nothing new to learn. When people who talk to bots, you know, you're just basically having a conversation. You're talking to another person. It's very easy to do. It's second nature. There's nothing new to learn at all. Also, it is a new channel, but people really know how to do it already. You know, we all use apps on our phone like WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, etc. But really, it allows the customer to work with the company in a self-service manner. So it kind of gives them more kind of empowerment. Also, there's a quicker development and lower cost of implementation. So thanks to the advances in graphical user interfaces like Power Virtual Agents, there's a faster turnaround time in development, which leads to a lower cost of implementation as pro developers aren't required. So an understanding of Power Virtual Agents then, so they're a key application in the Microsoft Power Platform. The Power Platform spans across 4 applications, all based on Microsoft Dataverse. We have Power BI for business analytics and making decisions based on data. We have Power Apps, which are Canvas apps for UI, pixel perfect precision drag and drop Canvas app development. We've also got model driven apps, which are based on your Dataverse data. And we've also got portals, which is a external facing website for people to interact with your Dataverse data. We also have Power Automate, which is a workflow automation tool. And we've also got Power Virtual Agents, which is what we're talking about today. And they allow you to create really powerful chatbots that can answer questions posed by your customers, other employees, or visitors to your website or service. It's available to configure as a web app or through Microsoft Teams. Let's just have a look at some statistics around chatbots then. So at the moment, 1.4 billion people use messaging apps and are willing to talk to chatbots. Chatbots have seen a 92% growth increase since 2019, really making it the brand communication channel of choice. Only 9% of consumers think that companies should not use chatbots. And by 2022, the banking industry and 70% of white collar workers will be interacting with conversational platforms on a daily basis. The banking industry alone could see a success rate of bot interactions reach over 90%. to quickly talk about the differences between Power Virtual Agents for web and Power Virtual Agents for Teams. So the web app is available at that link there, web.powerva.microsoft.com. You can sign up for a free trial there. The use cases for that, so you're an IT admin and you want to create bots for your customers to engage with. You might want to put that bot on a portal front end. You've used chatbots in the past and you want to trial or test out Power Virtual Agents, and you're familiar with advanced chatbot concepts such as entities, variables, and want to create complex chatbots. Then you've also got the Microsoft Teams app. So the key thing to remember about the Microsoft Teams Power Virtual Agents app is that it's for internal use only. So you could be an employee or a member of your organization or team and want to create chatbots to answer common questions posed by other employees or teammates. For example, you could have a chatbot based within your HR function that is taking requests from people to book holiday. And you want to use advanced concepts such as entities and variables, but have the chatbot available only internally. And you want to create the chatbot and distribute it in the shortest time possible. The differences obviously are there on the right hand side with the licensing costs. It costs around £755 per month, basically, if you are using a production version of the web Power Virtual Agents. But if you're building it internally for an internal use case inside Microsoft Teams, then it's free. So the key components then, we're going to go over these each in order. So we're going to look at the PVA homepage, or the Power Virtual Agents homepage. We're going to look at topics, conversation flows, entities, variables. We're going to test the bot, and then we're going to publish it with some channel configuration. So I've built a chatbot, which is basically on a photos. Based on a Photos for You company. They're a professional photography company within the market space, and they're seeing some choke points, and they've decided to implement a chatbot to kind of field those repeatable questions that come from customers. So here on the here is the key components homepage of Power Virtual Agents. And here we're looking at this example that's running for a photography company, Photos for You, who provide products and services to the professional photography market. We've got the main menu first, and then in that main menu, we have topics. So here we're creating and managing topics. We'll talk about those in a moment. We're also talking about, there's also an area where you can create and edit entities. So an entity is something that can be viewed as an information unit that represents a certain type of real world subject. So it could be, for example, a phone number, a zip code, a date, a city, a person's name, but you can also build out custom entities as well. Analytics as well. So Power Virtual Agents provides really powerful analytic capabilities out of the box to enable your company to see total sessions, engagement rates, resolution rates, escalation rates, abandon rates, alongside customer satisfaction scoring. This is really, really powerful out of the box functionality because it allows you to help you understand where the chatbot is assisting you in your business, as well as where it could potentially be improved to provide a better self-service for your customers. Publish, so there is the ability to publish the bot to multiple different places, and then we have the test area where here we can do the testing before we publish, to have a conversation with your bot after you've saved topics and you've kind of worked through conversational flows and you want to make sure that it's all working okay. So we'll look at topics first then. So topic is a trigger point into the conversation with the chatbot. For example, a greeting topic is already created out the box for you, and that can be adapted to welcome the user. So here on the right hand side, you can see trigger phrases like good afternoon, good morning, hello, hello agent, etc. If one of these phrases are used, the topic is activated and the customer will be led down the greeting topic flow. It's also important to say that with those advances with natural language understanding, you might not necessarily have the exact trigger phrase that someone says. So someone could say hi, for example, and the bot's going to know that it needs to initiate the greeting topic. So if we look at this video that's playing here, and we're just looking at the greeting topic. So we are looking at the trigger points. We're looking at the message that will get sent back to the customer after that trigger point is initiated. And then we're saving the person's name as a variable. We'll come to variables in a minute, which then personalizes the response. What we're going to do then is here we're going to ask a question, and I think we are going to ask what services the customer is after, basically. So what can I help you with? And we're going to give a couple of examples, a couple of options: product information and services. And that then creates a branch below that for both of those. We can save that response as a variable. Again, we'll talk about variables in a minute. But what I'm trying to get across here is that what we can then do is, once the either product information or the services option is selected, we can then call on another topic that we've built. So here we're going to go to the product information topic. Okay, and on the right hand side we will go to the services topic. Great. Let's talk about entities then. So here is an example of a product list for the Photos for You service, Photos for You chatbot. We've got some items there: camera, drones, lenses, video, smart TV, and then we've also got synonyms on the right hand side. So just to recap on what an entity is, and this is not to be confused with a entity which was the name of tables inside Microsoft Dataverse. So entities is quite separate in Power Virtual Agents. So it can be seen as an information unit that represents a certain type of real world subject. There are several pre-built entities that come out the box, or you can create your own custom entity. So here I've created my own custom entity. And that's so that the Photos for You chatbot can identify the products the company provides to their customers. These can then be used across the chatbot to help and identify the product the customer is inquiring about, and stored as variables for use across the chatbot session. We've also added some synonyms there on the right hand side. So synonyms can also be used to help identify and relate back to the listing inside the product entity. For example, camera, the customer might actually type DSLR or SLR, or for drone, they might type in the word quadcopter. So it's always going to relate back to that item on the product list. Something that I've mentioned a couple of times already is about variables. So there are two types of variables in Power Virtual Agents. We have topic variables and bot variables. A variable, in the simplistic term, is a piece of information that's captured and then can be stored and then can be reused. The difference between a topic and a bot variable is that the topic variable value can be used again inside the same topic. A bot variable, however, though, can be used across any topic, and it's there as part of the chat session. So here in this example, we're storing the response of the person's name as a bot variable. So later on in another topic, we can call back that value and customize and personalize the response back to the customer. Here I'm doing some testing. So you are basically able to see the steps that the bot takes through the graphical user interface within Power Virtual Agents. And you can see on the right hand side, the green parts are where it's completing as I'm adding information in. And depending on how the questions are answered, then we'll branch off to a different topic, for example. So I think in this one, we're going to choose services, and then we are going to choose repairs. So that's going to take us to the services topic. And inside the services topic, we can see the options that have been provided, and we are going to choose the repair option. And then it takes us to the repair topic. And in the repair topic, we are asking the customer for some information about what's the issue with the camera or with the lens, etc., that they've got, so we can fill in some details and save that. Okay, so moving on then, we're just going to talk about publishing and channel configuration. So Clicking on publish from the home page takes you to the publishing page. And once you've fully tested your bot, press this publish button to make it available to be shared on various different channels. Here I am sharing it to a custom website. So I've spun up a portal for Photos for You, and I've got the HTML code on the right hand side, which I am going to take a copy of. And then I am going to put that onto the Photos for You portal page. And here I'm just running through the same issue that same chat scenario that I had previously, where I have a problem with the with my Canon lens, and I'm going to send it over for to get it fixed, basically. Uh, Underneath there on the left hand side, the repair request received, that's an email that has been sent to me as the customer, because I've extended the chatbot capability to talk to Power Automate to take that information and then confirm it to the customer that we've received their repair request. So that comes back to the whole extensibility within the Power Platform, and how Power Automate is the kind of glue between all of the different components within the Power Platform, as well as Power Virtual Agents. So we're going to look at some benefits for businesses and for customers then. So benefits of using Power Virtual Agents and why it's important to business. So the first main reason is that it really reduces operational costs. You're able to automate common inquiries, allowing human agents to deal with more complex issues, but with the ability to be able to hand over to a human agent if the chatbot isn't able to help the customer in that self-service scenario. It also improves customer loyalty and satisfaction. So the bot is available 24/7. It empowers customers to self-help and resolve their issues quickly through personalized interactions. Also, you're able to measure and improve performance and accuracy out of the box, as I explained, with the analytics and the advances using artificial intelligence and data-driven insights, all available in that analytics dashboard. And you're able to connect and expand. So Power Virtual Agents could be integrated into other products and services thanks to Power Automate. So we can create even more complex scenarios using the Microsoft Bot framework. And what about benefits for Power Virtual Agents to a customer then? So one of the big things is that it's the single point of entry for a customer. So there's a unified experience for each visiting customer, and they're going to get the same answers each and every time. So that's all about consistency of experience, and it's going to drive loyalty, as customers will return for the good service each time. Personalization, we touched on that a couple of times with the variables and on the last slide. So again, with the use of those variables, the chatbot is able to store answers to personal questions in respect to the customer and use those values across the chatbot session. It's always on 24/7. It's always there. The customer can use the chatbot at any time that they want. And also that leads to a reduced waiting time. So instead of talking to a human, a customer can get what they need without having to wait. Some practical uses then for Power Virtual Agents. It reduces workload for staff by automating common requests from customers. You're able to positively hand off to a human agent after all the relevant information has been captured. You could do lots of things within self-service, like password reset, or I talked about booking holiday internally through a Power Virtual Agents for Teams with your HR department. A customer could come and check store hours or store locations, or find out about product listings and prices. There's lots of other different use cases as well. There's some really good resources on the web. So the Power Virtual Agent website is there. The Power Virtual Agents forum. So there is a forum actually for every Microsoft Power Platform application. I highly recommend you go on there if you are stuck with anything or you want to find out more. And then there's also the Microsoft Docs for Power Virtual Agents and the kind of like step-by-step guide. So we're just going to quickly touch on our services and how we can help. So, if you want to get more information, then by all means, please come and speak to Sam, who is going to be on the Quantic stand today. He can talk you through this envisioning workshop, and it will help your organization identify key IT modernization priorities. You can also get in touch via the email address at the bottom there, tell me more at bytes.co.uk, or give us a call on that number. Um, Thank you very much for your time today. I hope you have enjoyed that session. I'm now happy to take any questions that you have. Thank you.